You might have seen the title and been like, 754 hours. Dang, you really did that? Mm-mm. I did. There's records to show it if you want to go check out yourself. Well, let's get into why you came here, alright? You probably want to know every single thing that happened behind the scenes and, all of that lovely, lovely stuff. So, before we get into that, I need to give you some context as to why I did that. Because I feel like just seeing the number 754 hours for no reason probably just feels odd, so a bit of context. Starting off from the beginning, I was just an itty-bitty little streamer that, was a shut-in, didn't really go out, didn't finish high school, didn't do anything. And then I decided, hey, you know what? You know what would be cool? For me to go back to my studies and graduate. And so I did. I did exactly that. I graduated. I have graduated. And then I realized, oh my god, I'm in college now. I kind of need a laptop because dyslexia and all that stuff, the school doesn't offer that. And so I thought, with my genius little brain, to stream for 31 days non-stop, starting on July 1st, 3:30 p.m. and ending at the 31st of July. Yep. And it went absolutely great. Got some funds, and well, basically doing awesome, but if that was just it, this video wouldn't exist now, would it? Probably not. Maybe it would. Content. Me. Though I don't have much to show because I kind of didn't really record behind the scenes all that much. That was mostly live. All I can do is just retell the story, so just keep being here and support me, I guess. I don't know what to tell you, okay? I am doing what I can, and that's basically it. Thank you. Anyways, back to the main story, right? Well, the first thing that happened, and the first unexpected thing that happened, was around 150 hours into my little subathon challenge, was the first ever blackout. There was a blackout, it was lovely, and I was like, maybe I can take a break here and just relax and do nothing. But no, my brain was like, no, I can't disappoint my community. I can't do that. I need to go back online. I need to go back online. So I started stalking outside of my window like a little weirdo. It was like, hello there, streets. Hello there. Is there anyone out there by any chance? Please fix. And I was just look at see if there was like any cars coming to fix the electricity. Yeah, no, electricity flaws, it's not much you can do. And so I panicked so much that I was absolutely tired afterwards. But that wasn't too bad. Why? I was like, forsaken me to the heavens. My hard work has forsaken me. I'm going to ascend to the heavens. Oh, well. But then, right, came the other issue. My allergies and many other things. If you don't know me, I'm allergic to very common things, including dust, the cold, and sweat. And if you might have guessed, I was streaming towards the middle of summer, meaning that I had to deal with one of my most common allergies. The dust and sweat. So it's constantly under a lot of anti-allergens, and it made me very tired. Like, extraordinarily tired. Like, very, very tired. Oh boy, it wasn't too bad until I started realizing that the more days went by, the more dust it would accumulate inside my room. And I was like, ooh, maybe I should take a break. Maybe I should take a day off or something. But no, I didn't. Even if I had a hospital visit, no, I didn't. And I would just go back to streaming right afterwards. And eventually I got used to it, and it was okay, and I would take breaks, I would take like 2.5 hour breaks, but honestly during that break, I would just be working on thumbnails and more things for stream. Yeah, that was great. But also, near the end is where the main issue arises throughout it all. Well, the biggest issues would arise, actually. So I started feeling pain, and I was like, ooh, Well, that doesn't feel normal. And then I realized it was my wisdom tooth, and I was like, ooh, I should get that checked. And then I went, and then I got it removed. And instead of not talking when I came back, I went back to talking. And I can't really put ice on my face, so my face swelled like a little golf ball. It was scrumptious, delicious. Here's the visual representation of that.
Hello.
Lovely, isn't it? And the thing is, I can't put ice on it, or I would make it worse. So I just literally had to deal with it. And painkillers, and a lot of it, like a lot of painkillers. But I survived. I lived. Congratulations. But then issue number other arised, which was my room was starting to get so hot. In fact, so hot. In fact, but there was every time I would turn on the PC, the power in my room would just completely just turn off, and I would have to go to the break and be turn on, and then I'll be like go back to my room, turn on my PC, and it would just fall again. And then I was like, what is the best situation that I can do, right? The best thing that I can do in the situation, if the power isn't working in my room, maybe I should take a little time off, have like a 3-hour break, enough to cool off my room, and not have a hot ass room, right? But it is me we're talking about. Of course that didn't happen. In fact, what happened was that I grabbed a few extension cables and decided to connect every single cable that was connected to my PC to the extension cable and connect it to the bathroom, leading to my cable situation looking a little something like this. So pretty, isn't it? So pretty. This is behind my PC, and this was the extension cable running through my room all the way to the bathroom, though you guys can't really see that. So yeah, that's basically how the subathon went. And what did I learn from that? What did I learn from this experience? That suffering is great content. Choking, of course. Never. It's not what I learned. Never do that. Okay. Do not recommend doing it. Do not recommend this. But what did I learn from that? What did I learn from that? Is that I would never be so strict with myself ever again. If I do end up realizing that there's some issues arising, I will take a little bit of time off and fix it, and also have a day dedicated to cleaning. Because if I guessed that staying a whole month and only having like 2.5-hour break, which I was working on thumbnails and game research and all of that stuff, I didn't really have much time to dust off my room, making my allergies worse, and everything just kept crumbling apart because I couldn't clean. I'd say the least, it felt great after it was over and I could finally go ahead and clean my room, like I'm cleaning this screen right now. Very, very lovely, very, very lovely. And also, probably, if I were to do this again, I'd have a day just to clean and take care of myself more, and also have a break where I actually take a break and not, work on behind the scenes stuff while I'm supposed to be resting so I can handle 31 days. So my recommendations for this is, do not neglect yourself if you're gonna do something like this ever again. Right? Honestly, the hardest part of all of this was me, and I was the main issue of all this. I was the main culprit of all the pain and suffering that I went through. If honestly I was just kinder to myself, it would have never gotten so bad. And yeah, so with that, I'll have to say Yahtoo is out, and that I have learned my lesson. So, Yahtoo out!